Line up for race number 7 though first. That field is headed by Simply Fluke. Jerry Chow's got a good record on this horse, takes £5 off his back. The 4-time course and distance winner. Ala King, 2 times he's won course and distance. He's won fresh up as well in the past. Bright Kid, course and distance winner. Another horse with a good fresh up record for Chris So and Jack Wong. Me Energy, course and distance winner. Triple. Likewise, Colonel comes up in class, placed on his last 2 starts last season. He'll jump from barrier number 3 and then down to Lincoln Bright, who's second up for the season. He came out on the opening day over the 1400 metres at Sha Tin. Right, so we'll get into the speed map first for this first event. It's saying good to slow, Mark. What are we thinking here?
I actually thought it'd be more good, maybe even to fast ball. I know Colonel's down to lead, but triple. He's got a wide draw. He's shown plenty of early speed in the past, so I thought he might go up and match him as well. Maybe have a look for the lead. Ala King is the other horse who's led up in a trial up at Chung Fa, so they've ridden him more positively recently as well.
Yeah, they might change the tactics with him. He's got a really good turn of foot, Ala King, so we'll see where he does end up. But Colonel was plagued by bad draws last season and still managed to work to the lead, so I think he looks like he will be the likely leader, and Stoicism should get a nice run just in behind as well.
And the other one there is Exuberant. He was very good when he managed to get handy and race with some luck at Happy Valley. So he's got barrier number 7. If Karras can get across with Colonel drawn in 3, unlikely going to lead, but he could be a spot or 2 closer.
All right, so some possible variations there as far as the speed map is concerned. Simply Fluke, though, he likes to get back and flash shown. Let's find out how he's been with trainer Douglas White.
Douglas, you had Simply Fluke absolutely flying at the back end of last season. He left in good form. How's he come back?
He seems to have left, started off where he left off. His trial in Chung Fa 10 days ago was as good as it's been. The key to him is that he's mentally he's in a good space. You know, he came very fragile and he did a lot of things wrong, besides not being able to gallop on the big track and being very difficult to handle. He seems to have adapted, and I think that's the main key to him.
You've got Jerry on taking a £5 claim. He gets on really well with Jerry too.
Yeah, his last performance was probably his best performance. He was slightly slow away, and because of the bad gate, and he went back to last, and he cut the corner, and he seemed to let down and accelerate well. There was a bit of a cut in the ground that evening, but having said that, Jerry seems to get on well with him, and I think that's the way to ride him.
Looking at the field this week, there's a lot of early pace. Your eyes must have lit up when you saw that.
Yeah, the faster the better for him. He is a horse that can get on the bridle, but he wants to go to sleep, and he wants to attack late, and hopefully they'll attack each other early, and he'll be there at the end.
It's Tuesday morning now. We're doing this interview. Russian Emperor's trial an hour or 2 ago. Were you happy with what he did?
I was. He was just there to have a hit out. He obviously hasn't been on the track for a while. He's done a lot of steady, progressive work. He's been gelded. So he blew the cobwebs out. Jerry was very complimentary of the way he was striding, and he wasn't there to win the trial by any means, but he certainly held his own.
What's the early plan for him?
Probably kick off on the 26th. There's a 1400. It's going to be a touch short for him, but you know, he has to get to the races. He has to get competitive again, and then we'll head into the bigger, better things after that.
Yeah, looking forward to him returning. Looking forward to seeing what Simply Fluke can do as well. Off top weight minus Jerry Chow's £5, which he's not too far away from losing. Next up, we can have a look at Paul, Exuberant, and Triple, who finishes a bit further back.
Yeah, look, Triple hasn't got a good fresh up record when you look at it on paper, but his first run ever in Hong Kong, he probably should have won it. He was chopped up and ended up running last, so I wouldn't be too worried about looking at that if you're looking at the bare stats. He hit the line nice enough, and Exuberant, he really came into his own at the back end of last season.
He was a horse that raced without a whole lot of luck, Exuberant. He's overdue for some. If he gets it, I think he's the one to beat. All
right, well, we can have another look at him again. We might be able to underline that point here, Mark, then, was this is him in winning form.
Yeah, this was the win in race 6:47 last season. It was Class 4, so he's up in grade for the second time, Paul. That third was in Class 3 for his first go. He's had a trial. He raced very wide in that trial behind Grateful Heart, but he is a horse with plenty of ability, but just luckless.
Yeah, it has been a bit unlucky, as you said. And look, the stables started off the season, Danny Shum, very well this season. So, look, it was a nice, strong win from him. It's just whether he can now win in Class 3.
Yeah, we're starting to see a few horses having their second starts for the campaign, but we're still seeing most of the runners hitting the track for the first time, including Ala King and Bright Kid, Paul, who's got a pretty good fresh-up record. record?
He's got a really good fresh up record, Bright Kid. He's drawn 11. He's probably going to just get a little bit further back. He's won twice fresh in the past. I don't mind LA King though. I think he's got a really good turn of foot, this horse. This was quite a soft trial, so they went forward. But from barrier 8, there's options there for him because he can finish over the top. We saw that last season.
I didn't have him in, but it's quite a strong trial because that's Proud Dragon till he's outside. Power kept fourth on the rail, which flew home at Sha-Tin on the weekend. And I think the 1200's a bit short with Bright Kid being sus at the start too.
It's over 60 to 1 though at the moment, Bright Kid. What about Colonel Mark from barrier 3? We saw the speed map, should get out in front, and maybe that's where he stays.
He's had 2 trials. I know Paul's more keen on him than I am. I just can't catch him, Colonel, so he's just on my list of... I just can't catch.
No, he's only won the twice, as you mentioned, from 20, and look, he's been beaten as a $1.40, 1.4 favourite before. So, look, he has got his kinks, his horse. But look, he did come quite good towards the back end of last season, and he didn't have any luck with the draws.
But he has this time round. At this stage, though, it's a double figure price, 11 and 3.7. What do you think?
Yes, I put him in. I put him in as a Quinella horse. In fact, I'm going to go with LA King. I just like the turn of foot from this horse. I think he's quite progressive. He's won twice so far from his starts. He's on top to beat Colonel. Simply Fluke just keeps getting better and better. He surprises me. I thought he'd reach the top of the mountain, but look, we heard from Douglas there before. And then Mig Energy in there for fourth. He's another one who's been working well, but another one who doesn't win out of turn. He's only won one from the 21 starts. 4, 9, 1 and 6 in the end.
Gone for the 10 Exuberant. He's drawn out in barrier number 7. Just hoping Karras can slot him in and he doesn't get caught 3 wide. He's just one of those horses, no matter who rides him, he more often than not finds that bad luck. But he's overdue first up for some luck. So 10 on top to beat number 1, Simply Fluke. Absolutely flying. That was Larson and Brilliant Fortune around him in that trial up at Chung Fa that we saw from Simply Fluke. But he does have to carry an extra £10. Classic Paisha ride for Zach Purton. Wide draw, not great in this grade, but he does race well fresh. And triple. 10, 1, 2 and 7.
I'm a little bit more in Paul's camp than yours there, Mark. I got the 9 and 4 as my cue there in race number 7. Class 3 there over the 1200 metres.